Look at all the trash they got here.
Ooh, it's a fly dumping area.
There's those kinds of I wonder what's inside those bags.
You want? I mean, we could find out another time. But now I know if I need to discard something discreetly and illegally, I could come down here.
Asbestos insulation, construction materials, hazardous waste, dead animals, and/or human body parts.
Yeah, dried drywalling compound, racks, car tires. You could really find it all down there.
So, doesn't your nephew have a restaurant? Maybe he's got to get rid of the grease trap. It probably costs him a lot of money. Tell him we'll do it for half the price.
Wow, that's a high monthly fee. We could alleviate him of those expenses. It's a trash transfer station. You could find your dreams inside. Everything that washed up in a trash is sorted through in time. You could find the things you didn't want. You could find the things you need at a trash transfer station of my dreams. Oh, it's beautiful.
It does smell rather toxic in this neighborhood.
It's definitely, I call it a presence. It has its own personality.
I guess you could call it an ambiance.
It definitely creates a mood and an atmosphere. It's very nice. Well, let me walk that back a couple steps. It's terrible.
I don't know when Ricky's supposed to get out of work, but it's probably why he's got to use an inhaler.
I think so, because when he started using that inhaler about 2-3 months ago when he started working down here, I'm just amazed he kept the job this long, you know?
I know, he normally has a problem with that. After the third DUI,
people, they don't want to hire you.
You thought they would have given up on him.
It's good foremen like that who are going to hire him back again and again and again. And, if he could hold this job down, I believe in the guy.
He's still, I guess he just rides his mountain bike from up on Western.
Yeah, he takes a blue line, then he takes it down here, and it's a far ride, but you know what? Good for him. Good for him.
He's been 20 minutes now. We've been waiting for him.
Yeah, he said he gets off work at midnight. Usually he's right out here.
Maybe he's getting overtime or something. I don't know.
You think maybe somebody else gave him a ride or something like that?
No, because he's got his bike with him. He can't drive no more. He got 3 DUIs.
Well, maybe somebody's nice to give him a ride because he can't drive anymore. They heard about it.
But then he just left his bike here. How's he going to get around
Well,
when
you
he's
think
home? He's got the next 2 days off.
Maybe somebody if somebody had a minivan, or something like that, or had a Buick with a big trunk.
Yeah, that could be.
They could take it.
Tommy's got a Suburban.
Yeah, and Tommy's been working down here, so maybe Tommy took him.
That's the one. Tommy had his Suburban stolen, and he got it back like 3 months later. Remember that?
I remembered it. It was like a miracle.
It was a nice Suburban, though.
That was a miracle.
He had AC in it.
So cold, blue, so cold.
It blew so cold.
It was like a tropical beach, but the opposite.
Yeah, he was pretty upset when it got jacked. I remember that. But then
I can't believe. But I can't believe it's the third job he's had.
Yeah. Oh, Ricky?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he's he's my friend and I love him, but he's kind of a fuck up,
He definitely makes some choices from time to time that I find very questionable. Now, being kind of restraining myself, but it's very frustrating.
It's fine. I know you love him, but you got to face the fact. I mean, he grew up in DuPage County.
That'll change you. From Cook County to DuPage County, that transition there is hard on a kid. It's hard on anybody.
Yeah.
But at that age,
Well, and his dad was an investment banker. He worked downtown.
That'll screw you up, your priorities.
And
for
then,
sure.
And I think kids used to tease him about it when he moved out. And then his parents got divorced when he was 8. His mom was kind of a liberal, so she started up a yoga dungeon in Evanston.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's a lot for a guy. And, no wonder he's so maladjusted,
I think so. And then, he was, she started a yoga dungeon. She lived in Evanston. She was liberal, but she wasn't that liberal. So she didn't want him going to school in Evanston.
Oh,
he went
okay.
to New Trier.
Oh, the code word kind of thing.
Yeah, he went to New Trier up in
Oh,
Wilmette.
okay.
And so that was the whole. I mean, those kids up there.
Oh, they're awful. They're horrendous.
They're as white as lemon meringue pie.
And they're cruel.
They're
pretty,
cruel. They're not. It's not friendly up there.
No,
so.
they are. Oh, that is cutthroat, dog eat dog.
And so then when he came down, he came back down, and he was going to St. Ignatius with us. It was just a different situation. I took this guy out. I took him out to. We were in Arlington Heights when he was working over there. He was managing a liquor store.
Yeah.
And this is on the second DUI, and we.
Yeah, he lasted there about 3 months.
Yeah, that was a short stint.
Yeah.
And so I figured it was his birthday, so I figured I'd take him out to a nice restaurant. We went. I called, made reservations. I found he had to make reservations at some of the restaurants up there, the fancy ones in Arlington Heights. So there was nothing available. I called late. I didn't know you had to do that.
You got to call early.
So I took him to Olive Garden instead, and the end of the night the tab was about $57, and
that's nothing to sniff at.
No, but he had a couple drinks there too.
Okay, so he's bumping up the price himself.
He
all
had
right?
about $29 in drinks alone. So I said, all right, I got this. Maybe you just get the tip, And so I figured,
okay, reasonable. Still,
I figured he'd leave it 10 or 15 on that.
Yeah.
And I go, look, he left $4.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this
Ricky.
guy, you could grab him by one leg, shake him upside down, you get 37 cents out of him. I mean, he's so cheap. If he would have been robbed, you wouldn't get anything.
Where do you think he learned how to do that?
I don't know. I think it's because his dad.
Yeah, he's the investment banker. That's like
Real
making money
real
with
penny
magic,
pinchers.
that kind of bullshit. They just make it up. They say, hey, this money's here, this money's over here, it's worth this, it's worth that. I got this investment I got in the Cayman Islands in a construction
What bus
company.
is this coming over there?
I don't know. Is it out of service? Is that out of service?
I bet they do that. You know what I bet they do sometimes? These CTA drivers is that they just go, look at what he's doing now. He's going to park it and he's just going to sit and drink himself into a stool.
He's going to take a nap. That's for sure.
Do they drug test these guys?
I think they do. At least their incident report.
He's coming right at us.
I think this might be the megabus. The megabus is parked down here.
Oh, you know what it looks like one of those little trolley things they got.
You think it's a party trolley?
Oh, he's got the lights off. He's off. No, he's off duty. He's not.
He's just clocking the rest of his 2 hours till he's got to bring it back.
It fucking stinks down here, doesn't it?
It's terrible.
Should we get out of here?
Let's leave. I don't think he's coming out.
Let's go to Kevin's.
Let's go to Kevin's Hamburger Heaven. Oh, behold its glowing lights.
I know, but it's it's never open during the day. It's kind of weird,
I think it's just it's just a night spot. It's for night owls.
I mean, I think it's probably because of people that work in the stockyards.
Yeah, I used to work in the stockyards.
Oh yeah, they shimmied up a lot of those jobs.
Yeah, they did. Maybe we'll run into Ricky down here. Maybe he's gonna pop in with Tommy and we'll see him in here.
If there's any spot Ricky's going after work, it's to the bar.
Yeah, that's true. We're not gonna find him here. He doesn't eat.
I was in here once back at the 43rd location.
Oh, I remember it well.
And it was a waitress had a teardrop tattoo. I don't know if that means she murdered somebody or what.
I don't know. Maybe you never know. I asked my kids about that once. I don't know. They said, I don't know, Dad, go look on UrbanDictionary.com. I said, what's UrbanDictionary.com? So did you know about that? You could go look up slang.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you could pull it up on Google right now, and you could look up slang. But I don't know. Maybe it means that she cried a lot or she lost somebody. Could mean she lost somebody.
Yeah, it'll make me feel too bad.
But good for her if she did kill somebody on the inside. And she's outside working a straight honest job.
Yeah, I don't mind someone like that serving me breakfast. I tip extra for that.
It's honorable.
The one thing they didn't want you to mention, though, was you can mention the 43rd location, but you can't mention the 35th.
That's right. You can't talk about the 35th and Ashland location because there's an outstanding feud, as I understand it. I don't know if it's familial or if it's simply business, but they used to have a big sign in there that said that we have no relation to Kevin's Hamburger Heaven on Western Avenue.
Yeah, like they were advertising it. They wanted to make it known that nobody knew what the fuck.
That's some crazy family shit when it's like that.
It was. It was kind of like, what were those two pizza spots on Western and Augusta?
Oh, Western and Chicago, Bocce and Village Pizza.
Yeah, and it was, Bocce was the guy who was kind of a prick.
He started as the Bocce, and then he lost the Bocce.
He looked like a sad Al Pacino. And then you go into the one on the south side of the street.
Which became the legitimate Bocce after the original Bocce became the Village Pizza.
And that guy he was nice, but whenever you go in there, he starts talking about how he was in the military. And the first 2 or 3 times it was fine, but then, after the 12th time it got kind of old, and he just won't stop talking about it.
He just keeps talking about it. Wow, that's tiresome. You think he's the kind of guy who just talks about the same thing over and over again?
I think, I don't know what it was about, but it certainly weirded me out. So I started going to Botany. So when I heard that Botany died, then it made me kind of sad too.
Yeah, that was sad. But also going in there was very sad. You know, I don't think he's gonna come. I don't think he's coming.
He's not gonna come.
He's not gonna come.
Smart.
He doesn't eat.
He doesn't eat. He doesn't take care of himself, and he doesn't give a shit about getting sober.
No, I don't think so. We tried to get that intervention like 2-3 years ago, and you know how that went.
Right, there was a DUI 1.
Yeah, DUI 2. We tried again with the intervention, and a house caught on fire in the kerfuffle. I don't even know how to hit.
Remember Kenny got 3 DUIs too. Remember that?
Yeah.
Then I was trying to get him work doing the kitchen bathroom tile jobs.
I remember that you were just beating the pavement trying to get him jobs.
And I was passing his number around. I made cards for him and everything on.
You went to Kinko's for that guy.
I made him on Print Shop Pro.
I remember that. The card stock was so nice.
Right, and he didn't. He dropped the ball on that one too,
But he's good at the tile work.
He's pretty good at the tile work.
It's like Michelangelo.
He's pretty good at the tile work.
It's incredible. It's like his heart song.
He's like some of the mosaic work you might see in Greece or something like that. It's kind of what it reminds me.
Unparalleled.
You go to remember go to Greek Town? You go to the bathrooms in there?
Oh, such nice bathrooms.
They got pretty nice bathrooms.
Kenny himself could not do it better.
No. And that was the quality work he did, but he threw it all away. And I'm gonna be honest with you here.
Yeah,
this the ambiance is kind of bleak.
It's a little it's hopeless.
It's not like the old Kevin's where it was charming bleak. It's a little
like bleak.
Like bleak. Yeah, right.
Actually, legitimately bleak.
Right. Exactly.
But it's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. I mean, it's not too nice, but it's not too bad.
Not too nice, not too bad.
No.
It lacks the open, welcoming atmosphere of a family restaurant.
Hey, look, they got a $3 car wash over there.
You could vacuum out the Corolla.
I should do that. I know. It's filled with dog hair.
The question is
little dried bits of puke.
24 hours. That's the question. Is it 24 hours?
It looks like it is. I don't see an attendant, and the lights are still on.
Yeah, Ricky's not showing up anytime soon.
Ricky's
so
not going to show up.
Might as well vacuum the car.
And I'm done waiting for his ass too.
You're done.
You wait for him for, you're waiting 20 years to go back. I mean, shit, he's got the next 2 days off. He'd beat her when he comes into work. If he does come into work, if he holds on to this job.
At 2 or 3 months, this is the biggest run that I've seen him.
Yeah, I'm proud of him. Might even, might take him out to DuPage County Fair. I took Caesar to the dog grooming place.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How do you do?
He did great. He looks great, but
he. I noticed he had a little pep in his step.
Yeah, but he's got a gluten allergy.
Your dog's got a gluten allergy?
So I told the lady, I said. I told her that. I said he's got a gluten allergy. Don't feed him none of them treats you give him unless they're grain free.
But he loves pepperoni. That's full of grain.
I know. And so she said, "Yeah, sure, I understand." And then I left, and I came back, and first off, right after I left, I figured I'd watch her for a minute just to see if she took heed of what I said.
Yeah.
And I seen her reaching into her pocket and giving him.
Giving him the pepperoni.
Yeah, I was just happy he didn't spray shit all over the foyer after I brought him back home.
Canine celiacs is no joke.
Yeah, I know.
You could sue them.
If I got it on tape,
We gotta get it on tape.
Got him on tape to show him the vet bill or something.
You gotta get him on tape.
You want to go do a stakeout with me on Tuesday?
Yeah, I love to.
Want to go to Northbrook? Let's go to Northbrook.
We'll go to the vet in Northbrook.
We'll park up there. And I got one of those little, what is it, a telephoto you put on the outside lens of your phone?
Oh, the extender.
Right, yeah. We'll just go sit in the car and get some Burger King watch.
And even if we find no recourse within a criminal court system, we could always go Judge Mathis or something like that.
Yeah, you can get a civil suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I says to her, you're going to kill that dog. And she swore to God she didn't do it. But I said, I watched you do it. I watched you do it. And you're going to tell me you didn't do that? I seen what you did.
Disregarding the owner's specific instructions for the care of their animal.
And it's the thing is, because we walk around a lot on the north side.
Yeah.
when we go up there for games, and you know, everybody knows Caesar. I mean,
They love him.
if that dog were to die, he'd have a bigger turnout. He'd have as big a turnout as Colonel Bernardine.
Yeah. Yeah, they would. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, remember
We
that?
watched it on TV.
Yeah.
Everybody stopped working.
Everybody loves Caesar.
We rolled out the TV. And, you know, I often say to myself, he's kind of like the Cardinal Bernardine of dogs.
He is. He's like the Cardinal Bernardine Sharpace.
People love him. He knows sparring life. They like him more than you.
Well, you gotta say something like
I
that.
don't know. That was mean. I'm
You
sorry.
don't need to say something like
No,
that.
I'm sorry.
You know?
I'm sorry.
And it's fine. I just take it. I don't. You know. I don't need to react. I don't need to react to that. I don't need to hear that.
That was negative. That was coming from a place.
I don't know
of
where
judgment.
you're coming at. I don't know where that's coming from.
These pancakes are delightful. You want some?
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. No, don't worry about
Okay,
it.
I'm sorry.
You know, I'm just gonna go. You can just cremate me and throw me in the lake.
We're not
Put me
here.
up at Rosso Cemetery. I don't care.
do that.
Fuck up shit, you know.
We're not. We
Put
love
me
him.
in.
Sorry.
Put me in fucking Midlothian. You know, where all the ghosts are. I don't
Don't
care.
even say that.
Oh yeah.
No one needs
You
to
could
go
put
to
me down
Midlothian.
there. You could
No
put
one
me down
deserves
there.
to go to
Hey, put me in Orland Park. I don't care.
Oh.
You know, if I just nobody cares about old Joe. You know.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah.
One
Oh,
little comment, come
no. It's fine. You know, it's been a hard week and everything. So
Yeah, what's going on? You want to share?
no, Ricky's an asshole, and you know.
We're trying to do him a favor. Pick him up from work. And he can't even follow through on that.
That's right. You know, it took me a while to figure out that he had that too.
How'd you figure it out?
Well, he started spraying shit all over the garage and the foyer. You know, when I was
Yeah,
put
at
him
least you
out.
could post it down out there with the
Yeah,
cement.
it wasn't too bad. They got a nice sealant on a concrete too. So I just spray it down, and if it gets real bad, I
It
just
doesn't
pressure.
saturate.
That's right. I just pressure wash it. You know, just pressure wash the thing if you need to.
Any excuse to use a pressure washer. It's a good day.
Any excuse to use a pressure wash. You know, I started pressure washing my own house last January. What a good. It wasn't too bad. We had like a 38-degree day, and I still had the thing. It was a rental, you know, and I still had the thing. So I figured, hey, fuck it, let's go. You know.
If you got it, you should use
And
it.
it was working good, but then you know the plastic siding started cracking.
So you get it cranked up way too
I
high.
had it cranked up way too high, but I think it's just because it was such a frigid day. Even though it was warm by our standards, it was still kind of a
So you
frigid
were
day.
jumping the gun on a pressure washer.
Yeah, because I had to return it in late February. You know, I only had it for a couple months.
Right, you get a good deal on the monthly lease because of the weather.
Right. Well, the whole reason I hated it was because it came with the steam cleaner, and I had to rent the steam cleaner because Dougie's motel that he rents out, he works out. They got the bed bug infestation in it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
you don't want to bring it home.
No, it's a you know, and then of course you know all the walls were tobacco stained and everything. So
You got to power wash that down.
exactly. I mean, it was to be honest, it was reprehensible living conditions.
You know, but it's amazing what people will pay $35 a night for.
Right.
That's a good value.
I know.
It's down by Midway, so you can't beat the location.
Right. It was close to the orange line. You know?
Yeah, close access to the orange line.
And he said now he's doing an Uber thing.
Oh.
He's doing that part time.
Was he doing Uber or was he doing Uber Eats?
I think he was doing both. I think he was doing both, to be honest.
So what, you just getting the checks?
He never learned any responsibility either way.
And what's he just doing? I don't even know where he's going in life.
You know, when he was managing a liquor store, it was a little bit different. But then he had a couple unlicensed firearms too.
Yeah, you get caught up in that, and then you're gonna be, you know, that's a blemish. It's
And
a
he was
blemish on your
right, and he was just playing with it. Too. He wasn't, you know, he was just playing around. He was taking photos with him
Yeah,
and
you know,
stuff.
it's
I don't.
not even he's, you know, he was just doing a Facebook Live
No,
thing.
he was hanging out with those that whole what you call a Polish patrol on the southwest side. They thought they were all they thought they were gangbangers.
Yeah, they thought they were doing all kinds of stuff over there.
Right.
You know, but they're just, you know, they're clowns. They're clowns. They're just driving their Hyundais up and down our
Well, they were just kids having fun, but then they took it too far, and
You know, you put that on the internet, and that's, you know.
right, right,
Yeah, and then every people get scared. You're on Channel 9 News.
right. Yeah, WGN.
Yeah, and then that's it. You know,
Right.
every mom in the
Is
city
it the?
sees you.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Let's jump.
Oh shit.